So I'm back again. Really and truly, today is just about going over what happened in Woolwich, what we've been told, what we've seen. I don't really want to go on to other issues that I've obviously raised previously. This is solely just down to what happened that day, what have we seen, what have we been told, and then basically for you lot to maybe listen to what I've said, and probably some of the things I'm saying is kind of registered with you already, and then just, I don't know, take it from there and see what you think, because a lot of things, like this time around, I've just made a few references on my phone. Just what do you think in regards to the points that I sort of pick up on, and you probably picked up on them as well as me. But I think rather than putting it in a status and things like that, if I speak, and the visual side of things should kind of help you comprehend kind of what we've been told, and how kind of, to me, how it doesn't sit well, it doesn't seem very realistic. So, like I said, I've got a few references in here. Like one reference, the first thing I put here is the clothes that these terrorists were wearing. If they were so extreme and had the views that we've been told they had, then surely they would, not surely actually, then, but possibly, would you not think that they'd be wearing, to commit that act, they'd be wearing the clothes that represent the religion they're claiming to, be sort of standing up for, and doing what they're doing for. Now, the main guy, Michael, I think his name is, we've seen pictures of him wearing full Muslim clothing, hat, robe. So why is it that when he's going to take out this terrorist act, that he's going to be wearing fully westernized clothes, beanie hat, the jacket he's wearing, everything about him said, I'm a London boy. It didn't say, I hate England, I'm going to kill someone. Now, like I said, that's just my point of view. Some people could say, well, it doesn't matter what he's wearing, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm trying to say is, he's been seen, or he's been photographed, wearing full, devout Muslim clothing. But yet, when it comes to this sort of incident, he's not wearing anything that represents Islam. And that's the same goes for his partner as well. And I haven't really done too much, so I don't know names and things like that. I'm just going on basic human instinct, which I think is better than me sort of saying, oh, well, he said this, blah, blah. I'm just going on what we've seen, and things that kind of stand out to me and say, something's not right here. Now, another reference I made is the blood. Now, if you're going to chop up a guy for 20 minutes or whatever period of time it was, surely, you're going to have more than just bright red hands. Surely, you're going to have splatters on your face, all on your clothing. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not I'm not a specialist in this, but like I said, this is human instinct. From what I've seen, if you cut your wrist, for instance, blood is everywhere. Blood is everywhere. So it just seems a bit strange to me that the only blood on these two killers, terrorists, whatever you want to call them, was kind of on his hands, bright red hands. So the whole point of this, once again, is to make you think to yourself, would that really happen? Is that what would happen if someone was butchering a body for a long period of time? Would neither of them have any blood splatters on them to kind of represent what they'd done? So, like I said, the clothes, fair enough, they could wear a clown suit and do it. You understand? It doesn't matter. But what I'm just saying is, what I'm trying to say is, who they're saying they represent and what they represent. Surely, you wouldn't be wearing those type of clothes, especially when we know, according to the media, that you do own clothes that are kind of, that when you want to make a statement, those sort of clothes that you'd wear. So the clothes, the blood, even the blood trails is in some pictures you see, like, I mean, even when the guy's laying in the middle of the road, Why is there not a big puddle of blood around him? You're seeing splatters and things like that, but you don't see the amount of blood that you would imagine for the act. You ain't seeing that. Next thing I've made a point of is the injuries. Now, people saying, I saw them hacking him to death, blah blah blah. The initial report was he'd been beheaded. Now, I didn't see a finger. I didn't see a fingernail. I didn't see the tip of the finger. You know, like, if you're hacking away at a guy, take off his jacket, boom, cut here. That's going to come off easy. If you've got a machete and whatnot, cut there, take his arm off, swing it around. Remember, these guys wanted to parade themselves in front of the camera. Like I said, take his jacket off, or his jumper, his Help for Heroes jumper. Just cut there, right there, boom. Take off the arm, swing it around, show it to the camera. That's making a statement. I'm not, you understand, obviously, I'm not encouraging anyone to, what I'm trying to say is, in reality to what's been said, think about their actions, yeah? So like I said, the injuries didn't warrant what we've been told had happened, and a sustained period of hacking at the guy, and we all can see from what we've been shown, it's just a lifeless body laying there, but there's no limbs nowhere. So I'll move on. This to me is the main thing that everyone should kind of this is relevant to everyone. This is the reaction of the passers-by, the eyewitnesses, the people who were sort of standing in the face of these guys. Now, we see about 60 to 70 witnesses. Every one of them was calm. Calm. You got women standing in the face of someone apparently has butchered an innocent guy. So you think to yourself, not as a female, not as a male, just as a human being, if you witnessed that, or you knew that what they had done, and you sort of come on the scene, realistically, out of 70 people, how many of them would be in hysterics? Yeah? How many people would actually stand around within sight of these killers? Would you not be thinking to yourself, I'm not putting myself in this position where this guy can turn on me? But yeah, every single person there was calm as anything. I see an old black lady walk past with I think she had a trolley, walk past the guy when he's talking in the camera. Now, would someone not have said to her, do not walk down there, because that guy and that guy have just killed that guy. Do not go down there, he's got a machete in his hand, he's a terrorist, stay back here. Now, like I said, to me, this is just human instinct. Who would let an old granny just walk by a killer? And even when she walked past him, it's like she walked past him without the knowledge of what he'd done. Surely someone would have said to her, that guy there, stay away from him. So I'm going to have to kind of, I'm going to laugh and giggle on that, because this to me is comical. It's what we've been fed is comical. I'll move on. This is another key sort of element to this whole story, is the lack of different video footage. Now, if you notice, what we've seen on the news and in the paper and that is the same clips, the guy saying the same thing, like remove your government, blah blah blah. 20 minutes of him wanting to be on camera, 60, 70 people within the vicinity. How come we don't have someone else with different footage? How come we don't have him saying something like, there's a number of us, this is going to continue, blah 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 blah. Like I said, remember, this guy wants to send out a message. Now, all we've seen is the same thing, maybe from 2 or 3 different angles, but we've seen the same footage. We haven't seen anything that's different. You understand? We haven't seen him like sort of ranting and raving while he's standing over the body, or ranting and raving at the people that was so brave to approach him. We've seen nothing but the same sort of the same paragraph that he wants to spit. Remove your government. There's remove the soldiers from our lands and blah blah. That's all we've heard. We haven't heard anything different. In 20 minutes, you haven't heard nothing different. You haven't seen 70 phones worth of footage. Remember, these guys was open to recording. Were they open to recording just to certain people? Or if not, if there's 70 people there, why don't we have sort of 50 different phone footages? Why is it just footages that's all the same and clearly, to me, shot by the same people? I could be wrong, but like I said, if you're going to stand around and you're going to be calm, and then you've got these guys telling you, film us, I want to be on film, blah, 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 then film them. Take out your phone and film them. Why don't you ask them a question? Why don't you say to them, so come on, why did you do this, and blah, 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 blah. Why don't we have someone behind their phone asking them questions and getting a different response that we haven't heard yet? Think about it. The shooting now. So these guys wait 20 minutes, and I said from the initial, when I first saw that, I said black guys would not kill someone and then stand around waiting to be shot. Now, we don't have no sustained footage as from when it happened all the way through 20 minutes of every single thing these people done. That should ring alarm bells as well, that we don't have sustained a whole 22 minute clip of start to finish. We don't have that. Now, the only footage we've seen of them getting shot is from quite high up. There's trees involved and whatnot. You see them sort of charge at the police, and then from 2 feet they get shot. Apparently 6 times between them, point blank range, and no one's dead. Point blank range by the police, and you're terrorist murderers, and they don't kill you. If that's the case, they need to go back to training school and you know, like, learn where to shoot people. Because why would you have any sympathy for these guys? If they've done what they've claimed to have done, surely it's shoot on sight. It's shoot on sight. Kill them. Anyway, right. Now I'm going on to what was claimed his injuries were. We still don't know. We've been told what they was doing to him, but we haven't been told his actual injuries. Now, are we going to get an official autopsy that you do in every single death, stating how many times he was killed, the damage, and things like that? Basically, are we going to get an official autopsy of this guy's injuries? We should do. For what it is, we should do. It's out there, the media's showing it and that, so we should get an official autopsy of what these savage killers done to this guy. The damage to the car, once again, we was told that the car hit the guy that dragged him out. That was always the story. Now that damage on the car, you can take a look for yourself, doesn't warrant hitting a man. It might warrant possibly 60 miles an hour hitting a lamppost, but we was told that it hit it. You understand? There's no evidence of it hitting anything but the guy. And then I've sort of read stories since saying, oh, after the car crashed into the lamppost, which that wasn't initially said. So it's like they're kind of changing the story when they realise that people are clocking onto it's not watertight. So from what they said is that they ran him over, the car didn't hit anything else, it hit him. Look at the damage to the car and you tell me, is that really possible? This is another thing that straight away kind of made alarm bells ring to me, is how on earth did they know this guy was a soldier? Because he had a Help for Heroes jumper on. I could wear one of those. They won't kill me. How did they know that he was a soldier? And then once again, once the when it first sort of spread, they were saying, oh, a soldier, and then it was possible soldier, and how come straight away it wasn't sort of identified, this guy's a soldier, we'll put it on the news? Everything was a bit too kind of, the information, full information wasn't put out there as quick as it should have been. As soon as the guy was killed, they would have known he's a soldier. But what I'm trying to say is, how did these killers know that this guy was a soldier? Think about that. How did they know he was a soldier? And I think the soldiers' barracks is just around the corner from where they were. So why not go in there? You had a gun. Go on a rampage in there. Why did you understand? Go on a rampage where you know there's soldiers. Not some random guys wearing a help the heroes jumper. That don't make sense. Once again, a lot of things don't make sense. Another issue is the police, the whole timing of things. Now, a number of people relate to this. If I phone up the police and I say, there's someone at my door, he's got a gun, and he's saying he's coming to kill me, I can guarantee you that within 5 minutes the police would be here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it on the comments. You're wrong, blah blah. But if I said to the guy, actually no, there's two guys. They've got machetes. They've got a gun, and they're outside my door banging, saying they're gonna come up and kill me. 5 minutes maximum, the police will be there. So how comes in broad daylight in a busy area we have two guys standing on camera for 20 minutes that have savagely killed a British soldier, yet the police took 20 minutes to arrive? Does that make does that even make the slightest bit of sense of you? And when they got there, once again I could be wrong, but when they got there, if they would have the information, these guys have killed a soldier, there's many of civilians standing around, would they not have instructions to shoot on sight to avoid further carnage? How did they know that these guys weren't going to kill no one else? Tell me, how would the police be in the knowledge? Because 20 minutes is way too long, and even when they got there's a standoff, and if they've just killed someone, what's to say that they've got a gun? They've got a gun, so you can shoot someone from whatever distance. Why did they not get shot on sight as soon as the police arrived? Ask yourself that question. But yeah, they get 2 feet, and then what we see is from a blurred vision with a tree in the way from a high. How comes we don't have any footage at ground level from a number of different phones showing the moment they got shot? So